guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 17, Initial Blends with R. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your red book open to page 107. You will also need some colorful pens, markers, crayons, or highlighters. Remember, whatever I mark on my board, you should be marking on your page. All right, so for the last few weeks, we have been learning about consonant blends. Remember, blends are two letters that come together and blend their sounds. So we talked about S blends like SP, which says sp. We talked about S blends like ST, which says st. We also talked about L blends like BL, which says bull, and PL, which says pull. So this week we are moving on to a third type of blend, and you will notice that all of our words this week have an R in them. So for each of our words, we are going to blend that first consonant sound with the second sound. So I want you to listen for that as we read our words. Please repeat after me. Brag, crab, dress, drop, frog, from, grass, grill, press, trap. Did you hear those R blends? Great. All right, so let's choose a color. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a box around the BR in brag. I want you to practice saying that, brag. As you make that BR sound, I want you to pay attention to where the sounds are forming in your mouth. So notice that B starts in near your lips, and the R starts a little bit farther back in your mouth. Okay, so that is the brr blend. We hear that in words like brown and bring and brag. Over here, orange box equals BR blend. Okay, notice both the B and the R are keeping their own sound. They're just blending together. All right, choose a second color, and this time put a box around the C and the R in crab. Do you hear the C and the R? Crab. Over here, orange box equals CR. You can write CR blend if you want. Now I want you to notice that CR is a common blend. We use it in words like cracker and crumb and crawl, crisp, okay? One blend you'll never see though is the KR blend. That doesn't exist in our language unless we're using it in a name. So for instance, my sister is named Christy. So you will see KR at the beginning of a proper noun, the name of a person, but you'll never see it in regular words. In regular words, if you want to make the kr sound, use CR. All right, moving on. Our next R blend is DR. We see that in words like dress and drop. Okay, over here, red equals DR. Now you really have to use your ears carefully to hear that dr sound. I've seen kids before try to spell dress like this because they think they hear a J sound there. JR does not exist in our language. So if you're tempted to write JR, switch it to DR, okay? DR says dress, drop, drink, drum. You really have to stretch that out to hear the D and the R. Okay, another common blend is the FR blend in words like frog and from. Over here, brown box equals FR blend. Okay, that one's pretty easy to hear. Most kids can hear the F and the R in words like frog or from, front. Okay, next we have GR in grass and grill. Again, pay attention to what's happening in your mouth. Where do you hear the G, G? Where do you hear the R, G, R? Notice how the sound travels from the back of your mouth to the front of your mouth. GR is another common blend. We see it in words like green and grow. Okay. Next we have the PR blend. Prime, pretty, prison, proud. Okay? I think that one's pretty easy to hear. But here's the other tricky one. The TR in trap. Here's another case where a lot of kids get confused. They think they hear a CH. I've seen kids try to write trap like that because they think they hear a CH. That doesn't work, okay? If you think you're hearing a ch, it's probably a t, okay? That TR shows up in words like true and try and trap and all kinds of words. Okay, so green box equals TR. All right, so this is where you're going to focus all your energy this week. Remembering to put the letter before the R and listening to figure out what that letter should be. The rest of the word is going to be review for you. You have a bunch of short vowels in words like brag and crab. You have bonus letters in words like dress and grass and grill and press. Okay? That shouldn't be too tricky for you because you've been working on bonus letters for weeks and weeks now. You know that bonus letters show up twice at the end of the word, and the most common bonus letters are FF, LL, SS, and ZZ. Okay, so I don't think that's going to be tricky for you this week as well. You're good with your short vowels, you're good with your consonants, you've caught on to this idea of bonus letters, so you're really going to want to listen for those R blends, especially the DR in words like dress and drop, and the TR in words like trap and trick. Okay. I want to talk briefly about verbs. Remember, those are action words, things we can do. So, let's mark them up. Brag is a verb. If you brag, you tell people how great you are, or how lucky you are, or how beautiful you are. Anytime you say things like, I'm so smart, I'm so beautiful, I'm so good at soccer, you are bragging. That is a verb. You can't crab. You can dress, right? You can dress the baby in a cute outfit. You can definitely drop things. That's a verb. You can't frog and you can't from. You can't grass, but you can grill. You can grill steaks. You can grill hot dogs. You can grill vegetables. You cook them outside. You can press things, right? You can press a button, and you can trap things. Okay, so when you get to page 111, you are once again going to practice adding suffixes. You're going to practice adding the ing ending to words like brag, drop, and trap. And you're going to add ed endings to words like drip, trim, and trap. Here's what you need to remember. You need to remember the doubling rule, right? The doubling rule says that when I have a verb that ends with one vowel and one consonant, I have to double that consonant before I add my ending. So if I want to change brag to bragged, I have to double that G and then add ed. If I want to change brag to bragging, like stop bragging, it's super annoying, you're going to double that G and add ing. If I want to change drop to dropped, like, oh no, I dropped the eggs, you're going to double the P and then add ed. To change drop to dropping, double the P, add ing. Now remember, this doubling rule only works when we have one vowel and one consonant. If our verb ends with two consonants, we don't double anything. Dress becomes dressed, I just add ed, and dress becomes dressing, I just add ing. Okay, so hopefully by now you're comfortable with that doubling rule. We're going to give you a little more practice this week. Before I let you go, let's make sure we're clear on all of our words. So we talked about brag. A crab is a little creature that crawls around. You might see them in the beach. They swim in the ocean. They crawl on rocks near the shore. That's a crab. To dress means to put on clothes. A dress is something that a girl or a woman might wear on a special occasion. To drop something means to let go of it so it falls. A frog is an amphibian. It's a type of animal that spends part of its life in the water and part of its life on land. This word from might be a little tricky for you because of the O, right? Some kids might look at this and think it says from, but it turns out that that O steals the U sound. You saw this a few weeks ago in words like love and come and done. So here's another case where the O is stealing the U sound. So pay careful attention to that. We know what grass is. It grows outside. We talked about grill and press, and then to trap something means to catch it. All right, that's all I have for you this week. Good luck, and I will see you next time.